I strongly believe that a building or a built structure is there to take care of the occupants, rather than the occupants having to take care of it, which becomes a burden.
Every details here reflects smart space planning, tropical sensibility, and thoughtful design decision made uniquely for the family. Hi everyone, my name is Jonathan, and today we have the architect himself, Ken Wong, joining us to share about the design story of this house. If you have been enjoying our content, please go ahead and click the subscribe button, and it really helps us to create more content like this. Let's get started.
This piece of land, when we first visit, the two main things has its characteristics. One is it's got a very wide frontage, and the land is elevated from the road by at least one floor, which is about 4 meters above the road, the platform, the land itself. So it landed up the house being one floor above the road, which is nice, and it just slopes up towards the back. So actually the house, the terrain of the land naturally has two levels. And then the other one is at least another 4 meters higher, which is like upper tier of the land, which actually becomes the rear garden of the house. And behind it, it has another natural slope where the next house at the back is built, which is at least 3 floors above this house. So that means it gives you a natural enclosure at the back. Internal enclosure of the house inside, and then outside there's another layer. It's a passive design, take care of the sun and the rain. At the wall we have the terracotta and the timber screen as a device, and the terracotta actually extend up to covering of the roof itself. So the roof actually has 2 layers. What you can see from the picture is that you see the terracotta extending from the wall all over the roof of the house. So the terracotta is actually a very good thermal insulation for heat. That actually takes care of the heat coming from the top of the building, because there's an air gap between the terracotta and the actual roof itself. So air movement through in between the house and the skin would get rid of a lot of heat throughout the day. So that's the tropical sensibility that we do for this house. And if you were to ask me why the form, we choose to express, in this case, it's like a barn-like structure.
The driveway leads you all the way to the garage area, and this is what the architect called transition moment. The home doesn't reveal itself immediately, it allows you to slow down and ease into the space. From here, there's an external staircase that brings you up to the first floor where the second garden sits. This elevated garden marks the beginning of the public zone. The living, dining, and the family space are all connected on this level, and out here where the home truly begins to unfold.
Three zones. The lower ground, which is the most public, as you come in, based on the needs of the client, we have the guest and recreation area. It has its own lower garden that you can open up to. The second zone is a main living space, which is totally open. You have the living, dining, lifestyle kitchen, the coffee and dessert corner where we're sitting now, opening up to the upper terrain, which has the pool and the garden. And when it comes to the private zone, we have 4 bedrooms. Each corner is 1 bedroom. You ensure your own privacy because there are 4 corners. And the topmost floor, the client wanted to have a wellness zone, which is a gym. It has a sauna and a steam room. It is basically a wellness area that the clients wanted to have. With every house, especially the size of this house, which is not small, you need to have, we call a hut that we create, or a reference point for all the living spaces when they organize. In this case, it's a double height dining area, which has visual connection to the various parts of the house, from upstairs to the garden to the kitchen to the living. So then that becomes a reference for the whole house. People move around it. The spatial organization that I talked about just now, we like efficient spaces, movement of people through the house in a very efficient manner. Therefore, the core, meaning the vertical circulation, the lift and the staircase, is placed right in the middle of the land, and then you end up having 4 corners of the land being used for different space requirement at different floors. So that becomes a very efficient way of moving around the house. And then when you move around, you will constantly see the double height dining space. We will always relate the usage of the space externally to the usage of space internally. For example, where we're sitting here, we call this a coffee dessert corner. After the dinner, you can come and chill here. But immediately outside is where the pool deck and the pool is. Right, so you can merge this internal space with the external space together. I mean, you can have it door all open if you're not using aircon, and then you have a deep overhang that gives you shading. I would call this an external room. Right, it's an external room relating to the internal room. So then the two can work coexist happily. For example, the guest room, it has the bed area. And immediately the bed, there's a sliding door that open up to a patch of green, which is like a private garden. When you're in the room, you're able to benefit from the fact that you have a piece of land outside. And also in the lower ground where the recreation area is, where the pool table is, again, there is a sliding door that can open totally, that you can use the garden outside. It benefits each other. You must plan the internal space so that you can benefit from the external space. Because otherwise, if you're not relating it, then the external space becomes ignored. Once the space is ignored, nobody goes there, then it just deteriorate. Every inch costs money. The land is very expensive, right, in the city. So you must make full use of every inch of the space.
As we move up to the first floor, the experience of the home changed completely. This is the private domain of the family. This level is intentionally quieter, softer, and more intimate. The architecture here shifts from openness to privacy, giving the family a sense of retreat at the end of the day.
You would have a maximum aspect of natural light and ventilation into the room, and views out as well. So every room in itself is a little sanctuary by yourself, because that's where you're the most private. And it has got its own built-ins, bathrooms in every room.
As we move into the wellness zone, the design language shifts again. You immediately notice the curved ceiling right here. A soft architecture gesture that gives this entire floor a calmer atmosphere, and it changed how the space feels more relaxing, more grounded, and more human. The gym opens up to the outdoor through a full-length sliding door. When it is open, you get natural cross ventilation, plenty of daylight, and a connection to greenery, so the space feels fresh throughout the day. At the other side, you have both a sauna and a steam room, each designed as its own intimate wellness retreat. Whether it's heat therapy or steam, the idea is to create a complete wind-down experience right at home.
At the topmost floors means the view out is good because it's very high at the highest part of the house. It also takes opportunity to have its internal space being expressed by the form of the building, which is an evoked light internal space. So you are able to appreciate the shape of the house internally, not just looking at it from outside. We are very particular about maintenance. One corner of the topmost floor is dedicated to all the mechanical and electrical equipment that is needed. Main switchboard, the water tank, the air conditioner equipment are all at one corner of the topmost floor. So it's very, very easy to access. You don't need to climb a ladder outside. You just walk to there, it is space, and you can do all the maintenance that is required whenever it's required. The client is game for good quality, and not just expensive quality, good quality that will age well. And they're all natural material. For example, for the floor, we have used marble from Greece. We chose this marble because of its color, the tonality, which is white, generally white for the public area. The furniture that you put in would then stand out because it's a white canvas. So anything that we see, you can see the color of the cushion, the sofa, would then stand out. And then when we go to the private zone, we want it to be warmer, so we choose timber. In this case, we use American walnut, which has a very nice tone, timber tone. With that, the rest will gel together. Cabinetry work, we then use walnut as a backdrop. And the lift core, we express the vertical structure of the lift core. We use Venetian stucco effect, which is actually a colored plaster that we apply on. Materials that are used are kept as natural as possible. Then comes to the furniture and fittings brands like Minotti sofa, Minotti dining set. We have Polyform bookshelf. All the wardrobe we use Polyform. We had the German Bohab kitchen, and this set here that we're sitting on, which is from Kettle, kind of like outdoor furniture. Actually, it's meant for outdoor because now we are relating to a semi-outdoor, which is the pool area. So we chose this rather outdoor-ish furniture to be used in this setting. And the color pop of this salmon light color, which I think is nice. It works very well with the natural timber. The choice of materials and fittings are top end. And even the rugs are from Minotti. This house has been lived in for, I think, a good 7 years. I'm very happy to see that the condition of the house has aged well. Not much needs to be taken care of, and the space are well used. No corners are wasted. I believe the owner has lived here very happily. Yeah.
This home is built with intention, where the architect has shaped this home to feel natural and peaceful, where the light, airflow, and layout work together to create comfort.
Thanks for watching. If this home aligns with what you're searching for and you'd like a private walkthrough, feel free to get in touch with us. My name is Joyce from Polygon Properties.
My name is Jonathan from J. Media, and we will see you next time. Bye.